Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Diddy Kong Racing. I'm NJ Sakura, and today we're not fighting the boss immediately. Instead, we've got a little something else to do. It's time for battle. Welcome to Fire Mountain, the first arena challenge of the game. You can see the dinosaur there stomping around as we get this fantastic aerial shot of it. Battles in this game are a little different from you might have seen them in Mario Kart. There are battles where the aim is just to blow up your opponents, but in this battle we've got a little something different. The idea is to hatch 3 of those eggs. You do this basically by driving into them, which picks them up and drags them behind your cart, and then you take them back to your nest, indicated by the character portraits, and you drop them off there with the Z button. The difficulty in it comes from the fact that the eggs take a little while to hatch once they're in your nest, and while they remain unhatched, they can be stolen by other racers, as you saw I did to Banjo just then. The first player to hatch all 3 eggs is the winner, and that's a fairly simple ultimate objective. Where this kind of falls down in multiplayer is that it's very easy to get into a stalemate where you and your friends just end up constantly driving around and stealing each other's eggs to the point where no one gets 3 eggs. You will have seen there as well. Power-ups. The rules for power-ups change slightly in battle. There's no 3rd level to power-ups. You can only get up to the 2nd level. This is presumably a balanced thing to stop people getting 10 missiles. So I've got 3 eggs. Pick up a homing missile quickly, hang about by my nest, defend, and that's the job done. Here comes Taj. And you don't get golden balloons for completing these arenas. There's a little different prize.
You won first prize.
The TT Amulet. There are 4 parts to this. You win one for each of the arena battles. There's one in every world. It won't come into play until much, much later. But for now we've got that, and now we can go and take on the boss. So this is our first boss, Trixie the Triceratops. This opening really flat section is pretty much impossible to stay ahead of Trixie on this section. She moves a lot faster than you do around this opening section because it's very wide. There's a lot of room to move around, and if you get in front of her, she will squash you flat, and you will just be completely immobile for a second or so. Once we get up here into the actual mountain area though, things start to get a lot easier. Trixie starts to slow down a lot because there's less room to maneuver, turns get gradually tighter as you go up the mountain. The danger is falling off the edge here, because as I said, the turns get consistently tighter, so if you can't quite judge it right, you will end up skidding off the edge, and that'll just boot you back out into the lobby. There's also those rolling rocks that come down. They're really not much of a problem in this race, because there's a big pit there to dodge the first one, to dodge the second one. The first one was on a really wide stretch of track, so it wasn't too much of a problem to dodge. You see in the track really starting to widen up now. You pretty much have to be just constantly turning here. It's made even more nerve-wracking by the fact that you can hear her footsteps thundering behind you.
Well done, kid. Now try my new challenge. Collect all of my silver coins from around the dino domain. You must find 8 from each level and win, and then come back to see me.
I've got something special for you.
Yeah, Taj coming in there with a little hint. He does this after each of the bosses. This one, press brake while skidding. It basically just gives you a much sharper turn. It does have a major benefit over the regular skid in that you won't spin out if you do it for too long. As for Taj,
I challenge you to a race.
he wants a race.
Alakazoo.
Of course, we must oblige. This race is really just a 40-second waste of time. The track is an exact circle, Taj is really slow, there's no hazards on the track whatsoever, so it just ends up being a waste of a minute of your time. Going back to what Trixie said when we beat her that first time, when you beat a boss, you unlock the silver coin challenges. These are basically second balloons that are available in the tracks of the Dino Domain and later on in the other worlds as well. It basically puts 8 silver coins around the track in various hidden places, and you need to collect them all and win the race to earn a second balloon.
Hello, friend. Bye-bye for now.
So if you've played Donkey Kong 64 and you're wondering where Rare's love of making you collect coins during a race came from, here's your culprit. But anyway, we've done everything we need to do in the Dino Domain, so it's time to head towards our next world. You'll see in there in the menu as well, the challenges menu. If we really want to, we can repeat any of the Taj challenges. There are 2 more to do, we'll be doing later. But this is our second world, Snowflake Mountain. Vote in the thread what character you want to see me take this on with, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.